Imagine this. You're sitting in a room, listening, watching, waiting. And everyone assumes you're harmless, quiet, invisible even. They think your silence is a choice, a sign of wisdom, a mark of calm stoicism. But what they don't know, silence can be a weapon, yes. But it can also be a prison. And staying silent in the wrong moment, it's like handing the keys of your life to someone else and then begging them not to use it against you. Because here's the brutal truth. The world doesn't reward silence. It doesn't reward patience. It rewards action, presence, and sometimes the audacity to speak when everyone else expects you to shut up. So, let's explore the 7 times staying silent won't make you noble, won't make you stoic. It will destroy you. The first time is when someone is attacking your reputation. Not just gossiping, not just throwing shade, but attacking the very essence of who you are. Maybe it's a coworker, maybe a friend, maybe even family. And you think, I'll stay calm, I'll stay silent, I'll rise above it. How noble, right? But here's the dark twist. The world doesn't see nobility. It sees weakness. Silence in this situation doesn't elevate you. It erodes your credibility. People fill the void of your silence with lies, exaggerations, and assumptions. And by the time you speak, the narrative isn't yours anymore. It belongs to them. Your silence becomes their weapon. And you become the victim of a story you didn't even write. The second time is when your own boundaries are being crossed. Someone takes what's yours, your time, your energy, your dignity, and you think, I'll let it slide. Stoicism teaches patience. Sure, but here's the bitter truth. Boundaries ignored become cages. Every unspoken word of discomfort, every nod when you wanted to shake your head, every "it's fine" that meant the opposite, builds resentment, self-loathing, and a slow, silent erosion of your soul. Your silence in these moments isn't strength. It's a slow poison that kills your self-respect before anyone else even notices. The third time is when truth is at stake. When you see injustice, cruelty, or deception, and you tell yourself, someone else will speak. I'll stay silent. It's not my battle. Congratulations! By staying silent, you become complicit. History is full of people who remained quiet while evil thrived, not because they were afraid, not because they were powerless, but because silence seemed easier. And here's the irony. Silence doesn't protect you from the consequences of inaction. It makes you a shadow in someone else's story, a ghost that whispers regret in the corners of your own mind. The fourth time is when opportunity knocks and you hesitate. That moment when your instincts scream, say something, do something, take a chance, and you stay silent instead. Perhaps it's at work, perhaps in love, perhaps in a social setting where a single word could change the trajectory of your life. Silence in this context isn't wisdom, it's cowardice disguised as patience. And the world? The world moves on without you. Your silence doesn't preserve dignity. It preserves nothing but what you didn't do. And let me tell you, nothing tastes as bitter as watching someone else live the life you stayed silent instead of claiming. The fifth time is when you feel unseen, unheard, or underestimated. You know the type. People assume you're quiet because you're weak, timid, or simply irrelevant. And maybe, just maybe, you're letting them believe it. Here's the thing. Silence can be a weapon, yes. But if it's not used deliberately, it becomes claw chains. By not asserting your presence when it matters, you allow the world to write you out of the narrative. And one day, you wake up and realize your life has been lived at the mercy of other people's voices, opinions, and decisions. Silent approval doesn't make life peaceful. It makes it invisible. The sixth time is when you are being manipulated. Gaslighting, emotional blackmail, passive aggression. Whatever the disguise, manipulation thrives in silence. When you don't respond, when you don't call it out, you become an unwitting participant in your own undoing. The manipulator doesn't stop, they escalate. Your silence isn't wisdom, it's a roadmap guiding them straight into your vulnerabilities. And the worst part? You feel noble for not reacting, for rising above, when in reality, your silence is the accomplice of your own suffering. The seventh and final time is when your intuition screams danger and you ignore it. The gut feeling that something is off, that someone's words don't match their intentions, or that a choice will cost you dearly. Silence in these moments isn't stoicism, it's blind obedience to convenience. The world doesn't care that you hesitated. Consequences don't ask if you were contemplative. Life doesn't forgive those who stayed silent when they should have roared. And every time you swallow your instincts, you teach the world and yourself that your voice, your power, your essence can be dismissed. Now, don't get me wrong. Stoicism isn't about speaking in anger or yelling at every injustice. It's about discerning when silence is wisdom and when silence is death in disguise. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people stay silent for all the wrong reasons. They think it makes them noble, makes them strong, or protects them. In reality, it's often the very thing that erodes their lives from the inside out. So, the next time someone underestimates you, attacks you, manipulates you, or tries to erase your presence, don't smile politely. Don't nod and stay quiet. Speak. Act. Assert. Because silence, when misused, doesn't make you a sage. It makes you a casualty in a world that doesn't wait for the timid. And remember this, the darkest moments in life aren't the ones where people fight you. They're the ones where you fight yourself, choosing silence over the chaos of your own voice. That's the cruel irony. The universe doesn't reward the quiet, it rewards the bold, and yes, the dangerously awake. So, ask yourself, in which of these 7 deadly silences are you quietly killing your own life without even realizing it? And then, do something about it, before silence destroys more than just your voice.